anyways, I'm moving on. I got, I think with just one more storyline, which is the pull apart between Seth Rollins and CM Punk. So this is we kind of talked about this earlier, and when I mentioned that Punk talked about John Cena and The Rock in his promo. So I consider that a separate storyline on our Raw review, which is in the description below, by the way. But the second storyline that stemmed from this is his thing with CM Punk, with Seth Rollins, which I was thinking as I was watching this, and he's talking about Cena and The Rock. I'm like, why are you worried about these guys, man? You should be worried about... I also did a live stream for this one, but I was drunk for this one, so I was just ridiculous. And I'm like, dude, you shouldn't be worried about Cena and Rock. You should be worried about fucking Seth Rollins, who just fucked you over at Elimination Chamber and curb stomped your face into the cage and cost you the main event of WrestleMania. So then, you know, right then and there, that's when CM Punk or Seth Rollins came out and they had a massive pull apart, and it ended up in Pierce booking a steel cage match for next week. All right, so we keep thinking we're going to get a WrestleMania match with these guys, but we keep getting Raw matches. It still could be a WrestleMania match. Here's our reviews for this past Monday segment. 2 thumbs up from me and Vlad. Loved it from Robert. All right, yeah, I liken this pull apart to like the famous, legendary Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed pull aparts. So this was kind of in that vein, you know.
The world's infamous.
Yeah, you know, it was in that vein. You know what I mean? They were kind of they were drawing inspiration from that. But let me jump to some images I have of this. I think I have more images, and you guys could talk over the images. So Vlad, what's up with this? What's up with this?
What's up with this? Well, this was right after Punk's promo. He happened to also then have another great segment with Seth as well. That's what happened. They had the pull apart. They kept going back to, and you could understand why Punk would be mad at Seth. You can kind of understand slightly why Seth is mad at CM Punk. It's starting to be a little bit like Drew's obsession with CM Punk, where, you know, it just kind of logic goes out the window in a sense. But yeah, I loved it. I loved the whole situation there, and surprised with the Raw match. I mean, obviously, I'm looking forward to their cage match, but I'm surprised that they're not going to be. Well, they still might have a match at WrestleMania, but just that they're already booking a match for Raw, a cage match. So, like, what are you going to do after a cage match? I don't know.
Well, obviously, the last one is Falls Count Anywhere, but. Anyways, right. That's obviously the last match in the series all the time. But yeah, backstage, there was another backstage pull apart again, and then a Seth Rollins segment with Adam Pearce. So, Robert, what do you think of this Raw booking? Should this have been the WrestleMania booking, or what's going on here? What's your view of this?
Okay, I think of it this way. CM Punk won their initial encounter on the first Raw on Netflix. If Seth Rollins wins this upcoming Raw, they technically have a score to settle, wouldn't they? So why not finish it in WrestleMania? All right, and then personally, I view this segment as a continuation of the first storyline, which I loved, and I also loved this. So this was incredible. But yeah, I think that's probably what's going to happen. Like, I don't know who else would CM Punk face in WrestleMania other than Seth.
Yeah.
Unless it's a triple threat with Roman, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Roman seems like he's not going to be at WrestleMania. Didn't he get injured? Because I'm going to mention Drew McIntyre later in my honorable mentions, because I think the thing with Damian isn't going too badly. But the fact that Drew is not going to fight Roman, and you know, Roman's not around. Didn't they say he got injured from that Royal Rumble or something? Like, for real? Anybody hear anything about this?
Oh, I don't know if it was for real or not. But yes, they did say he was injured, obviously, on the show. But I don't know. I don't know if he's actually injured or what the situation is.
There's time. But okay, I'm going to move back to my episode 151 blog post. We got some good WWE topics to talk about real quick. So let's jump to Raw and SmackDown for Cody's response to John Cena attacking him finally, but this was on SmackDown, so we didn't get any really follow-up to the John Cena thing until Friday. On Monday, there was nothing, just a lot of video packages. But I will mention the one thing from Monday Night Raw, as I will click on it. You guys, if you want to see our whole review of Monday Night Raw, thumbs up, thumbs down for every storyline. It's in the description. We don't have time to go through it here. But I will mention that I included CM Punk talking about Rock and Cena as a storyline here. And I saw potential, Robert, of maybe Punk being involved in this somehow. Like if The Rock is going to be like a major cheater like he was last year, bend the rules for Cena, because that's why Cena's going to be on The Rock's side, right? On the final boss's side, so that he can cheat. Like if there's going to be people running in to cheat for Cena, then Cody needs backup, so he needs friends. And Punk already has history with The Rock and Cena. So and then he cut a pretty scathing promo on him. Like he came out before he addressed Seth Rollins, he came out and immediately started yelling about, I forgot what he said, that they're two bald hacks or something like that. I was like, man, that's a tough insult to throw at someone, because there's got to be someone in the audience who's bald. You know what I mean? But anyways, so any comments on CM Punk? Because I saw Vlad shaking your head that you don't think Punk's going to be involved in this in any way.
Oh, well, I don't think he'll be in this WrestleMania feud, but I think he could be involved with either Cena or The Rock post WrestleMania. But yeah, I mean, obviously this was a tremendous. I mean, I think all of us rated this whole promo by Punk very highly. That much I do remember. But yeah, it was great stuff. But no, I don't think he'll be part of the feud. All
right, Robert. Let me see. I think we all gave this a heart. We loved it anyways, just because he talked about The Rock and Cena and everything. But okay, Robert, do you have any comments on that? Do you see him being a part of this, or any other comments?
I don't know. I thought he might have some sort of feud with either Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns for WrestleMania. I don't know about any involvement with The Rock and John Cena, but I mean, it's a possibility. You never know. And then regarding that particular segment, if I rated that segment like immediately right after it happened, I probably would have given it a fire rating. I liked it that much initially, but after thinking about it a little bit more, there's some things that kind of don't make sense, at least personally to me.
Which part? Which parts? I'm curious.
Because when he was talking about John Cena, right, when he said, now people get to see in you what I've already known for decades.
Oh, right.
Which is weird, because the 2 days before in Elimination Chamber, when John Cena extended his hand for a handshake, CM Punk just hugged him. Okay, you hugged him instead of giving him a handshake 2 days ago. Now you're saying this about John Cena? That doesn't make sense. And then he said something about the Rock having a midlife crisis. I didn't get what he meant by that personally, but so after a little bit of time, I downgraded my rating slightly just to loved it. But man, right off the bat, right after I heard it, I was ready to give this a fire rating.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so other than that, on Raw, there was no real follow-up. Michael Cole made mention of it, and then AJ Styles also during his backstage interview also expressed disbelief. But that's all there was. Video packages galore. Then on SmackDown, we got, this is our SmackDown review. Link to the full review in the description below, by the way, for anyone who's interested in that. I also did a live stream for this one where I just watched the whole show and commented on it as I went along. But that's neither here nor there. But what storyline was this again? Hold on. I think it's number 4, if I'm not mistaken, as I run through all these SmackDown storylines. So Cody finally shows up. So for the first time since Elimination Chamber, Cody cut a promo, and he cut a fiery promo. First of all, asking why, why the fuck did this happen? So he wants an answer. And second of all, basically he just got all fired up and said, he said Cena's catchphrase, right? If you want some, come get some. So he's ready for the match. And let's see our reviews on this promo, by the way. I got 2 thumbs up from me and Robert, and then a thumb and a half from Vlad. So, okay. We all really liked it, I guess. I don't know what you call a thumb and a half. But, okay. Anyone want to give comments on this promo and the real follow-up, finally, to our big heel turn last week and everything? I'll start with Vlad. You go first.
Yeah, it was good. Obviously, it was very fiery, very emotional, very serious. I mean, hard not to notice that shiner under his eye. I mean, that was, a Travis Scott special. There has to be a receipt for that down the line. That I can't.
How the hell is he gonna give Travis Scott a receipt?
Travis Scott should get involved somehow, and he should be in the ring. And next time he's in the ring, Cody should just give him a receipt. That's what needs to happen.
Oh, well, hopefully. Otherwise, he's got to go to where he's hanging out and just slap him like Rick James style. But okay, go.
Yeah, okay, I don't think that's going to happen. It has to be in the wrestling ring. But anyways, this was a great
promo.
Great promo, yeah. Very, very good. And yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure what else to say about it. Obviously, what we're all waiting to hear is what Cena is going to say about why he did it. I have a theory or some ideas of what he could say, but I'm curious how he's going to word it. Even Cody was like, he's going to be very, like, I forgot how Cody said it, but basically he can't wait to hear the verbiage of what Cena's going to say about why he did this. I'll leave it at that.
Well, I also cannot wait for that, and I think the only guy who can get that information is Miz TV, which Miz talked to Nick Aldis, and he's saying he wants the scoop.
Good Lord.
And I think that's an excellent idea. But anyways, Robert.
No, that's an awesome idea.
Oh,
yeah.
You're all saying.
Well, hey, come on. The Miz was in the ring with The Rock and John Cena in the main event of WrestleMania. So who better? I trust The Miz more than any other media outlet right now. But Robert, go ahead. This is your turn.
I pretty much 100% agree with everything Vlad said. This is a fiery promo, but just like what he said, what we all really want to hear is what John Cena's explanation is. So I don't know when his next but we're all waiting for that. We want to hear the explanation from him. But yeah, no,
I mean, I think we all know that the explanation. I don't think he should even explain himself. I think it would be better if he doesn't explain himself, and he's too like kind of torn between actually doing this to even talk about it. And the explanation is obviously that he can't get it done on his own. He hasn't won a match in I don't know how many days now. It's been something 1,000 days or whatever that he hasn't won a singles match. He's not going to win fair and square and clean. He has to do this just to have a chance to win that title.
He still has to say it. The fans want to hear it.
We know already. We know. I don't need to hear it. But anyways, moving along. Let's see. I mean, I'm saying I think there's a chance that promo could not happen.
Well,
But
just real quick, do you guys have any issues with him not being on TV post that amazing moment? Basically the next week. Any issues at all?
I mean, what's he gonna do? He's not gonna have a match or anything. You want him to hang out at SmackDown?
He doesn't have to have a match, just an appearance and say something.
Yeah. I think he needs to be there sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
So 1 week, okay, but he should be there next coming week. That's my opinion, at least.
All right. Well, oh, last thing I forgot to mention. Sorry. Honorable mentions for the week. Let's see. Things I didn't get on our show, but I just want to mention real quick. LA Knight won the U.S. title back from Nakamura. What'd you guys think of that?
I think that's good for LA Knight.
He kind of needed that, huh?
Yeah, he needed some momentum because there was nothing really going on with him. So.
Yeah, I agree with Robert. He needed it. It was to the point where I actually was more was the better character. So things are bleak in LA Knight's world, as far as I'm concerned. So I think, yeah, he needed this win, and maybe that would propel him to something. We'll see.
How about this fucking miss to the face from Charles Robinson?
Oh yeah, man.
Dude, I think that's the greatest selling of a miss to the face I've ever seen, where he's just like, oh my God. It was so surprising, too. Like, I did not expect Charles Robinson to take that freaking miss to the face. And I thought it was going to cost LA Knight, because he was going to get a pinfall, but he wasn't there. But in the end, he still got the win. So I thought it was a good match. I thought it was an exciting match. I liked that miss spot a lot. So I think that worked out really great. And I think LA Knight needed that win, because he was starting to lose some credibility. But let me see what else I got on my honorable. So I did mention Damian and McIntyre. So McIntyre has nothing to do. And he fucking sneak attacked Damian at the beginning of the show, and then Damian got back at him and fucked him up, which I thought was great, because Drew McIntyre was just laying there like, oh shit. Like, the selling was awesome. Yeah, these are two former world champions. They can come up with something good, I think. I think they'll do all right. I'm not going to say it's a disaster that Damian and Drew McIntyre have to work together. Let me see. Randy Orton, Kevin Owens is helping Randy Orton go back to that dark place. So he says he's finding that voices. He's hearing the voices in his head, right? And he promises that he's gonna fucking punt Kevin Owens' head to the moon, which I guess is how this storyline is gonna end, right? Everyone is gonna be very happy to see that. But my last shout out is Chelsea Green as Mick Foley, who had a hardcore match with. What did she fight? Michin. A street fight, and she came in wearing Mick Foley's outfit, which I thought was a nice little tribute. But Alba Fire, what do you think of Alba Fire, Robert? She's pledged her allegiance to the United States champion. Yeah, I know she has nothing to do because Isla Dawn got released, so they got to put her in Chelsea's stable, it seems. Mm-hmm. But all right, so Chelsea kept the title after that tough loss she had on NXT. I thought, and Piper Niven was injured, so it looked like she was going to go down, but they surprised us with that Alba Fire thing.